Music is a universal language. The music that we listen and the memories we hold makes up who we are. I'm JJ Chuan and I run rehyphen. My team and I collect discarded cassette tapes from local community and we weave it into pieces of cloth. We call it music cloth in an effort to reduce and eliminate plastic waste. Cassette tape was part of the medium of communication with my best friend who moved to Australia. Back then, social media were not invented yet and international phone call was very expensive. We come up with a solution to record what we want to say, our favorite music in a cassette tape form and send it to each other. When I studied in person, my lecturer brought me to this library called Material Connection Library. They source innovative material from all over the world. So big brands like Adidas, Puma, they will go to this library to source for innovative material. I was really impressed by this library and I could even stay the whole day in this library just to touch and feel the material. I did a fellowship with a sustainable designer called Yoli. She focused on zero waste. I was really inspired by what she's doing, sustainable fashions and also locally made products. When I came back from New York in 2016, I found a box of cassette tape in my storerooms. It is part of my memory, so I am not going to throw it away. So because I'm from a fashion design background, cassette tapes to me, the tape itself, it looks like a yarn. I have tried embroidery, knitting, but it doesn't work out. So the final outcome is using the weaving technique. According to MIT Press report, there are 56 million kilograms of plastic were used to make physical cassette tape since it first introduced to the world in 1963. It's non-biodegradable. So by creating a new material, we can create a lot of different products. When we first started, the challenge that we faced is collecting cassette tapes. We are very lucky to get a lot of press release from the media. And a lot of auntie uncle, they will donate the cassette tape to me, so we don't buy cassette tapes. So we started to combine the VHS with the cassette tapes and the mini DV tapes to have different combinations, and the color tone is also very unique and different. After 2 years of weaving the music cloth, we have a lot of empty tapes left over. So we started to think, what should we do with these empty tapes? We come up with this idea to let customers customize their tweet in a tape. We call it tweet tapes. So the mini DV tapes, after we finish using the tape inside, we make it into pendants and also necklace. We combine Swarovski crystals in our design. Basically, try to upcycle every single part of the cassette tapes and the mini DV tapes. Cassette tape sales worldwide went up by 33% in 2020 compared to 2019. So the reason is because people find joy with holding a physical copy of the music. Nostalgia products can bring people comfort and also joy during the pandemic time. In rehyphen, we reframing how people see waste. We want people to have a complete music cloth experience, from donating the cassette tape to us to join our Ready Cassette Go workshops by learning how to weave discarded cassette tapes. So we encourage public to see waste in a different way through our music cloth experience and products.
This material is quite fascinatingly made out of a waste product. It's actually recycled cassette tape. The fabric, it's a flexible, quite durable fabric, is actually produced through looming in the same way that you would make a regular fabric, but instead using the tapes themselves, which are laid flat and then woven together. The aptly named music cloth can actually find a lot of different applications where fabrics are basically used. One can imagine it for fashion or accessories, and also for interiors, where one can imagine using it for a drapery, perhaps as a screen, or any other application where textiles are used. One challenge, of course, is that this only comes in one color. Cassette tape is this sort of brown, but one can also print onto it, so there's no reason why you couldn't create a more colorful effect through printing. One of the questions we always think about when getting interested in these types of products is, if it's a waste material, does it have an unlimited resource stream? One of the challenges this company might have is that eventually we're going to run out of cassette tape from which to produce it from. So that's an interesting dilemma to have. The textile was added to the Material Collection Library because we love creative use of waste materials. It's a fascinating story, but also the fabric itself has some, good performance properties. So it's a combination of great use of waste, it's an innovative product in itself, but also has a wide range of applications.
Rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang, rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang,
Dua tiga kucing berlari, mana nak sama si kucing belang. Dua tiga boleh ku cari, mana nak sama tuan seorang.
rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang, rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang,
Buah cempedak di tepi pagar, ambilkanlah tolong jolokkan.
Kami budak baru belajar, mana yang salah tolong tunjukkan.
rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang, rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang,
Pulau pandan jauh ke tengah, gunung daik bercabang tiga.
Hancur badan dikandung tanah, budi yang baik dikenang juga.
Kalau ada sumur di ladang, boleh saya menumpang mandi.
Kalau ada umur yang panjang, bolehlah kita berjumpa lagi.
rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang, rasa sayang, rasa sayang, sayang, lihat nona jauh. Rasa sayang, sayang,
So this bit of the exhibition is called Kevin's Green Heroes, which is sort of self-explanatory, isn't it? It's the idea that there are people out there, individuals or companies, which are sort of taking a lead, showing us how to do it well, being really sustainable with their products. And because it's within Grand Design's Live, it's very important that, well, three things actually that have to adhere. that any product here has to adhere to. One is that it has to be green, but in more than one way. So it's not just simply about stuff being recycled or recyclable. That doesn't interest me. It has to be dealing with resource issues or climate change or biodiversity, or it's solving more problems than one, being really, really clever. So more than one problem at one time. The other thing that any green hero should do, in my view, is be beautiful. Because if it's ugly, no one will buy it. And thirdly, it's very important that any product we show here should be marketable. It should be stuff which isn't experimental, which isn't some student project, but which is available to anybody coming here. This is a consumer show. So consumers coming want to be able to buy things like the Thala light over there and the bag made from recycled cassette tape. I do stretch this last one a bit. If an idea appeals to me and it's really good, I'll sometimes want to grab it and promote it here because it means we get it first before it gets out.
I'm JJ, the founder of rehyphen, the creator of Music Club, and the newly appointed Friends of Coram Singapore. We pioneer an upcycling initiative where we collect discarded cassette tapes from local community and we weave them into a piece of music cloth as an effort to reduce and eliminate e-waste while giving the product new life. In the era of true individuality, Coram and rehyphen strongly believe in a new way of mass personalizations. Our product not just a one-size-fits-all, but we both own a beautiful and touching story behind each product in a holistic approach. We both explore the power of being meaningful with our hands, and it has the power of creating a difference. We truly treasure craftsmanship, times, and making our conversations with our community. We also encourage everyone to get curious about how things are made. It is a great honor to collaborate with Coram, and I believe there will be more exciting ideas coming soon.
Hi, I'm JJ Chan. I'm a music cloth maker. In conjunction with Earthquake, I was inspired by New Balance 574 core to create this piece of music cloth art. Hi, I'm JJ Chan. I'm a music cloth maker. So we need a weaving board, a ruler, a scissors, a felting needle, double-sided tapes, and of course cassette tapes. So next step, we can decide the color of the tapes that we want to use, decide the size we want, and stick the double-sided tape on the weaving board. Next step, we peel off the double-sided tape. We'll pull out the tapes and stick on the weaving board. This is to form the base before we start weaving. We can use the felting needle to start our weaving process. So we'll keep repeating the weaving process until we fill out the size that we want. We can incorporate the computerized silhouette cutout of New Balance 574 core into a piece of music cloth artwork. I believe everyone can play their part in sustainability, no matter how small their part is.